All right, we are in Chodesh Nisan, and this is actually the month of miracles. Of Tzadok says Nisan Meloshin Nes. I have a bechin of Nes. This is a time for miracles. This is it. This is our time. It's the first of the month. It's a very powerful, beautiful time, and he says an amazing thing. Tzadok, it's so beautiful. He brings that it's a reverberation, not only when there's a time when there's an event that's going to be positive, so there's a reverberation even now. There's a limafreya, like you can get from a freya from the ore. You can get the ore, I don't know if limafreya is the right word, not retroactively. You can get it even now, even though it hasn't yet happened. The reason that when Abraham, they pursued, right, the Melachim, they pursued them by dawn, there was episode, because there was going to be a problem with the Razor, that whatever the shot was, so Mela, they met Avraham Avinu, they were weakened. People of Avraham Avinu were weakened. Because there's going to be an event here that's going to be a problem. I don't know who's going to fall in it, what's going to happen, there's still Bechira, but there's a snag here, and they're feeling it hundreds of years before it's going to happen. Right? So he said, Mida Tov Meruba. That's even Mida Puranis, Mida Tov Meruba. He said, so at a certain point, we're going to have the Gula Shlema. We're going to have the Gula Shlema. So we get this Gula Shlema, and then there's a tremendous ore. He said, the closer we get to the Gula Shlema, the more ore you can access. That's what he says. Which is very beautiful. I really like when Nisan once told someone, he said, you're depressed, you're having a hard time, you don't know how you're going to marry your kid, how you're going to do this, you're like completely overwhelmed. So you need to borrow the joy. It's going to be okay. Everything's going to be Mashiach, and then everything's going to be kind of big Gula, it'll be a big Oros, a big beautiful thing. So you have to borrow that. It's all going to be okay. So just take that now. Live there now. Live with that now. So it's like the closer we get to it, the more, the better it is. Like Nisan is again this time when it's Ma'ori, the Or. Wherever this place is in the spiritual world, the reality is there's an Or of Gula now. Right, Nisan and in general in Nisan and Pesach, of course. So we can be more that even better than last year, because we're closer to the ultimate time when the Gula is going to come. That's what he explains, and that's the beginning of the Parshas HaChodesh. That's you being mechadesh, and Rosh Chodesh Nisan, of course, as well, where you have a tremendous hischadshus, because now you can get more of the Or of Gula. Not only because it's renewed like last year, but it's a higher level of Gula because you're closer to the ultimate redemption. Which is very, very beautiful. I really enjoyed very much this idea. He said, this is Rosh L'chol HaChodesh Rosh Chodesh Nisan. So that's the main ischadshus of the Or that's going to happen in the ultimate future. The Or of the Asid. Because especially now in Ifas Mashiach, we can be we can grasp a tremendous ha'ara of Mashiach on Rosh Chodesh Nisan. Because that's the Gula. So whether the Pshat is it says Mashiach Gula Nisan, that's the Pshat literally, or because of the Or of Nisan, it doesn't matter. Bottom line is, you can get an Or of Mashiach from Rosh Chodesh Nisan. The Shabbos, that's it. We have this ability the whole month. Yeah. He says, there is an Or of the Chodesh. Here we go. Very beautiful. I'm like looking at this now. It's so nice. He says, Or of the Shem Eke in Nisan. First of all, the Gula, Hashem says, Eke Shlachani, right? that literally Eke means I will be, right? So Hashem says, tell them Eke will Shlachani. It says, I will be. Eke, first of all, that's the shame of Tshuva. This is why. Because the person who's going to be, Ana Zaman the Mehedi, a person is prepared to become something, to actualize the potential. That's Eke, right? So that's the first thing. He says, and this month, that's when you have this Or of Eke. He said, Aleph, you access to Aleph Rosh Chodesh Nisan. He said, then it's 10 days until the time when they was Shabbos Gadol in Mitzrayim. He said, then you have 10 days. He said, that's the Yud, if I remember. Let's see if I'm remembering right. Right, Rosh Chodesh is the Aleph. Yeah, no, he says a little differently. He says the Or of the Hay is Shabbos Gadol and Yud Nisan. That's the Or of the Hay. right? Not the order. It's 10 days, but that's the order. And it's 10 levels. That's what it says. That's what it says. Maybe this is even. But there's 10 levels. So maybe it's Yud Nisan Dafka. But you have this Bechin. That's the hay. Is the first hay of the Ek is revealed then. That's the Shabbos HaGadol. Okay. In Yud, that's the beginning of the order of the Keser. That's the Gulas of Mitzrayim. That's Tesvav. That's Leil Seder. And the last Hey, Shvi Shel Pesach. Every year on these 4 days, in this month, every person can, in a very powerful way, connect to the Merdik Iris, the Keser, right? The Yud is the beginning of Leil Seder. You have the Aleph Rosh Chodesh, Aleph Rosh Leilam, Baruch Olamim, Hashem, right? That's Rosh Chodesh. Then you have the first Hay, is the beginning of preparing, getting ready for the Or of Pesach, and then we took the Korban, right? Then the Yud Nisan, whatever the Shabbos HaGadol. So the beginning of Shabbos HaGadol. Then you have the beginning of the Yud, the Seder, and the last Hay is the Choma, and they're protected, and they were able to go through the Yam Suf on Shvi Shel Pesach. So you can get these Oros every year in that particular time, that particular way. They say we do that by the different mitzvahs we do during these times, right? Rosh Chodesh Nisan, we Parshas Chodesh to prepare for, and then we have the Bechina of Chodesh Nisan, HaChodesh, and then we have the Bechina of Shabbos HaGadol, and then we have the Bechina of Leil Seder, the Bechina of Shvi Shel Pesach. We said, in that manner, what happened before is renewed again, yet again, so it's stronger because it's renewed again. Plus, because you're closer, it's renewed with even more Or from the Gula Asida, which is going to make the Mitzrayim look like small change. That's exactly that's what he says. Also mitzad the haba, every year we're closer to the gates. He said that's this month when we're zocher to the merdika Or of Pesach. That's what Tzadok. That's how Tzadok explains a little bit what Parshas HaChodesh is. And this particular year, of course, when you have the Taras. This extra month, this extra special Or of this extra month of bringing the Cham and Levana together. Like Rav Nisan says, this forum talking about this idea of you bring the Cham and Levana together. Now is when you make a yichud, so the year stays on track. We have Chodesh HaAviv for Pesach, and everything's the way it should be. So this yichud is a very, very big connection. It's very, very powerful thing. So we're in this year where we're in a place of where the Rosh Chodesh Nisan is the beginning of Tazrid. It's the opposite, of course, of all of these inyanim. The opposite of all the tumah and all the difficulty, the stigmas. That's when we nullify through Pesach. Pesach, when you get over all of these things, the gaiva and the negativity and all these things, that's a great deal what Pesach is about. Pesach want very much the matzah to stay simple, stay pashut, to be pashut, and the more to realize that never there's still mariras, we're still in gullus. So I think the question Maggid says that. I think he said we're still in Galus, so of course you have to have more. What after the matzah? He's like, what's it after the matzah? I don't know. Maybe it's from Nisan. I don't know. It's one of the Sushis farm actually. Yeah, he's like, after matzah we have Geula, and then you have the Morah. He's like, yeah, we're still in Galus. That's right. We're still in Galus. That's correct. So what are you gonna do? That's what we live with. That's what we have. So that's the the right. And then of course the yain. All of these yanim are teaching me about. Appreciation, right? Everything starts. You start out with, it's all Hashem. It's all Hashem. We started out, right, over the Zara, and then Hashem took us out, and He helped us, and He gave it to us. We weren't on the level to leave, and He took us out anyway. And you get this place where you moded Hashem, you halal Hashem, and you get this tremendous purity. And that is the beginning of that is Rosh Chodesh, the Shabbos, and that's how we nullify all again. We have Tazriya, and then we have Mitzorah as well, dealing with this Bechin of this Mitzorah and this negativity. And Lashon Hara in general, because one of the reasons why they held us back was Lashon Hara. Lashon Hara is in general a very, very negative, very, very bad thing. be very careful as much as possible not to be sucked into Lashon Hara. Not to be sucked into Lashon Hara. The Zohar says that a person has Yisurim Shel Ahava, that's when people don't know about it. He has a problem, he has this, people don't know. So when people know, so it's not so much a B'chin Yisurim Shel Ahava anymore. And the way it came out to me, if you think about it really, it starts to be that's one of the big problems of the B'chin of what Lashon Hara is about. When you talk negative about your friend, you're turning their Yisurim that's Shel Ahava. This person has this bad midah, has this problem, has this, and people don't know about it. So the problem, the stigma, is in this place of, he's beloved to Hashem, and he's me'orer, and puts him in a place where it's already becomes a public thing, and then it's no longer a b'china of ahava. Then it's already much harder and much more difficult to overcome and to deal with. So this is, again, the b'china of the geula, of being able to see the good in every Jew. We all do the 10 bits of the Seder. We all do what we need to do. We all can't see ourselves. We're all doing what we need to do because we all have tremendous koach, tremendous potential. And Hashem shall be zocher to keep feeling the Mashiach, to have Mashiach mamish. Amen.